Hello students, in today's session we will try to learn about self-induction and mutual induction. We will also learn about how to find out the expression for self-inductance as well as expression for mutual inductance. We will also learn about the difference between self-induction and mutual induction because this comparative study will make you very useful. So now come to self-induction. Self-induction is an effect that is noticed when a single coil experiences the effect of induction. Under the effects of self-induction and changes in current induces an EMF or electromotive force in that same wire or coil, producing what is often termed as back EMF. As the effect is noticed in the same wire or coil that generated the magnetic field, the effect is known as self-induction. Now come to the definition of the self-induction. Self-induction is the phenomena of inducing EMF in the self coil or that very coil due to change in current and hence the change in magnetic flux in the coil. The induced EMF opposes the growth or decay of current in the coil and hence delays the current to acquire the maximum value. Sometimes you must have observed that when you are going to switch off a switch, then there may be a spark. It is due to the process of self-induction. Self-induction is also called inertia of electricity as it opposes the growth or decay of current. Now there is another term that is called self-inductance. So to understand the self-inductance, we have to come what are the factors. Magnetic flux linked with a coil will depend on the current flowing through it. So we can write phi is directly proportional to I and hence phi is equal to Li, where L is called coefficient of self-induction or self-inductance. If unit current flows through the coil, then the magnitude of self-inductance will be equal to the magnitude of flux linked with that coil. Or we can also define it as by using the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. You know that E is equal to minus d phi by dt, where phi is the flux. Therefore, by substituting the value of phi, we can find that E is equal to minus L di by dt. So, if di by dt is equal to 1 means rate of change of current is 1 ampere per second, then magnitude of induced EMF will be equal to the magnitude of self-inductance. So, self-inductance is also defined as the induced EMF set up in the coil through which the rate of change of current is unity. And the SI unit of self-inductance is Henry, denoted by capital H. Self-inductance is said to be 1 Henry when 1 ampere current in the coil links magnetic flux of 1 Weber. Weber is the unit of flux. Or self-inductance is said to be 1 Henry when unit rate of change of current is 1 ampere per second induces EMF of 1 volt in the coil. Now we will come to find the expression for the self-inductance of a solenoid or a coil. You know magnetic field due to a solenoid is given by the relation B is equal to mu 0 Ni, where small n is the number of turns per unit length. So the total number of turns in the length L is n, then small n will be equal to capital N upon small n. So the flux for one turn is equal to B into A. By putting the value of B and A, we will find out that phi for one turn will be equal to mu 0 Nia by L. And if since the coil is consisting of capital N number of turns, therefore total flux linked with it will be phi is equal to mu 0 n square Ia by L, and by on comparing phi is equal to Li, we will get this expression phi is equal to L is equal to mu 0 n square A into L. So this expression is very important, which will describe that what are the factors on which self-inductance of a coil depends, and they are number of turns per unit length or total number of turns, length and area of the coil. Now come on to the mutual induction. Again, mutual induction is the interaction of one coil magnetic field on another coil as it induces a voltage or EMF in the adjacent or neighboring coil. We know that an inductor generates an induced EMF within itself as a result of the changing magnetic field around its own turns. When this EMF is induced in the same circuit in which the current is changing, this effect is called self-induction. And when this effect is induced into the adjacent coil situated within the same magnetic field, the EMF is said to be induced magnetically inductively by by mutual induction, whose symbol is capital N. Then when two or more coils are magnetically linked by a common magnetic flux, they are said to have a property of mutual inductance. So mutual induction is the phenomena of inducing EMF in the secondary coil due to change in current in the primary coil and hence the change in magnetic flux in the secondary coil. Now there is two terms, primary coil and secondary coil. Primary coil is that coil in which the current is flowing, and second coil is that coil in which the current is inducing. So keep in mind what are primary coil and what are secondary coil. Come on to the mutual inductions. Likewise, you have studied that phi is equal to Li. Here we will write that phi is equal to Mi. Phi is equal to Mi1. I1 is the current flowing in the primary coil and phi2 is the flux linked with the secondary coil. So we will write phi21 is equal to Mi1. So if unit current is flowing through the primary coil, then M will be equal to I. It means magnitude of flux in the secondary will give the coefficient of self mutual induction or mutual inductance. So mutual inductance can be defined by using the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. So by using E is equal to minus d phi by dt, and on substituting the value phi 2, we will get E2 is equal to minus m di1 by dt, where E2 is the induced EMF in the secondary coil and I1 is the current flowing through the primary coil. So if di1 by dt is equal to 1 ampere per second, then m is equal to I. M is the coefficient of mutual induction or mutual inductance. So mutual inductance is defined as the induced EMF set up in the secondary coil when the rate of change of current is primary coil is unity or means 1 ampere per second. Similarly, SI unit of mutual inductance is Henry. Likewise, coefficient of mutual inductance. Mutual inductance is said to be 1 Henry when 1 ampere current in the primary coil links the magnetic flux of 1 Weber across the secondary coil. Or mutual inductance is said to be 1 Henry when unit rate of change of current is 1 ampere per second in the primary coil induces EMF of 1 volt in the secondary coil. Both the definition are similar like mutual inductance and self-inductance. The difference is that in self-induction the change of current is in that coil, while we will take change of current is 1 ampere per second in the neighboring coil. So this is the only difference. Now come on to the coefficient expression for coefficient of mutual induction or mutual inductance of two coils. Here again I1 is the current flowing in the primary coil. So the magnetic field linked with the primary coil will be equal to given by mu 0 N1 I1. And similarly the total flux linked with the secondary coil will be phi 2 will be equal to B1 into A, where A is the area of the secondary coil. So by putting the value of B1, we will get mu0 N1 I1 A by L. L is the length of the primary coil, A is the area of the secondary coil. So the total flux linked with the secondary coil will be mu0 N1 N2 I1 A by L, where N1 is the number of turns in the primary, N2 is the number of turns in the secondary, I1 is the current in the primary, A is the area of the secondary, and L is the length of the primary coil. Again, on comparing phi is equal to Mi, we will get this expression mu0 N1 N2 A by L, or this can be replaced by mu0 N1 N2 A by L, where small n1 n2 are the number of turns per unit length. For long two coaxial solenoid of same length and cross sectional area, the mutual inductance is same and leads to principle of reciprocity. So it will give you M is equal to M12 or it is equal to M21. So hope you will understand these two terms. Now come to the difference between self and mutual inductance. Self-inductance is the characteristics of the coil itself, whereas mutual inductance is the characteristics of a pair of coils or neighboring coils. Now, self-induction, the induced current opposes the decay of current in the coil when the main current in the coil decreases. The induced current develops in the neighboring coil opposes the decay of the current in the coil when the main current in the coil decreases. Means when the current is decreasing in primary coil, the current in the secondary coil will also decrease. The induced current opposes the growth of current in the coil when the main current in the coil increases. Likewise, the induced current develops in the neighboring coil opposes the growth of current in the coil when the main current in the coil decreases. So, hope you will understand these terms and will try to summarize all this very fruitfully. Thank you.